Coach, thanks so much for joining us on the call today. Just give us your thoughts on how your preseason has gone as you head into the season opener on Thursday against Wagner.
I thought our preseason has been really good. Come out of it healthy. I like the way that our young men have approached it and practiced and gone about their business. And, here we are, a couple days away from the opener and ready to get started.
We'll take questions for Coach Edsall, please. Star 1 on your telephone keypad will put you in the queue, and the operator will introduce you.
And our first question will be from Dan Tortora with WakeUpCallDP.com.
Good morning, Randy. How are you?
Good morning.
Just what you can say, as you step into this 2019 season, you've had to navigate through a lot of stuff off of the field and kind of, the air of change and kind of change being inevitable in life and in sports and whatnot. Just how you've handled that and how you've kind of, seen the team handle that as you head toward this 2019 season.
Well, it's really been easy, to tell you the truth, because I think anytime you're in a leadership role, and especially when you're leading young men who have the ability, or there's things on the outside to cause distractions or make them be distracted, you just kind of present to them that the only focus and attention that we're concerned about is what we have in front of us here in 2019. And that's the approach that I've taken with them. That's the approach that they've taken. Because all the, in life, again, you try to just teach them life lessons, because to me that's what college football is all about. Of course you want to win, but you're trying to develop these young men for what's going to happen to them the next, 20, 30, 40 years of their lives. And, there's always going to be things that you can't control, and these are things that we can't control. So the things that we can control is just to, put our best foot forward and do everything that we can to prepare and work and go out and do the best we can for the 12 opportunities that we have for the 2019 season. And it's easy for me to put the blinders on and do what I have to do, but now it's up to me to make sure I get our players to do the same things. And I really feel as though that that's what they're doing, because again, you don't want to do anything that's going to shortchange these kids, especially the seven to eight seniors that we have on our team, to take away what they would like to accomplish here in their last year at UConn and in our football program.
And then for you on the recruiting trail, just what you can say if the narrative changes or if anything changes at all, knowing that, UConn does have that future of being an independent team, obviously making your own schedule and not having to, abide by conference ruling and whatnot. You can essentially, pick the opponents you want. Just if that's affected recruiting at all in a positive way or a negative way, or just how you've handled that as a coach.
Everything that we've seen so far from a recruiting standpoint has all been positive, and we have a game plan as to what we're going to do in recruiting and how we're going to go about doing it and how we're going to communicate it to the prospective student athletes who we feel will fit into what we want to get done here. And so all in all, I'll have to say that everything has been positive with everything that you hear on the outside.
Thank you, Coach. I appreciate it. Good luck this week.
All right. Thank you.
Our next question is from Alex Putterman with Hartford Courant.
Hi, Randy. I'm not sure if you'll have an opinion on this, but I was just wondering if you had any thoughts about the whole situation with Andrew Luck retiring, and people have said that does or doesn't say things about football more broadly, and just kind of if you think that does say anything about where the sport is headed or whether it's kind of an isolated situation.
I think it's, to me, I think it's great that able to do what he felt was best for himself and where he saw he wanted to go with his future. And, I think anybody that can do that and walk away from some of the things that was there in front of me, I just have a tremendous amount of respect for people who make those kind of decisions. So and this is the thing, you're going to have people that criticize, everything in this world, but nobody knows what goes on inside a person and what they see their life to be moving along. And there's only one person that can make those decisions, and that's the person themselves. So that's what he wanted to do. And again, when you watch him express himself and speak, you can tell that, he put a lot of thought into that, and it was heartfelt and everything else. And so I respect the man tremendously.
Yeah, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
And do you have any final questions for Coach Edsall, please? Star 1 on your keypad if so. Coach, thank you for your time this morning. We look forward to hearing from you once again next Monday.